Mis enemigos son muchos, pero ninguno igual que yo. Desde la sombra de los olivos dijeron que Italia nunca sería conquistada. Desde las llanuras de los prados austríacos dijeron que los austrias nunca serían derrotados. En las frías montañas de los Pirineos dijeron que el imperio español nunca sería sometido. Ahora ellos ya no dicen nada y me temen como a un volcán creador de truenos y de muerte. Mi nombre es Napoleón. Soy el emperador. Fuego. The withdrawal of the Spanish and English forces from France was disorganized. After the fall of the city of Toulouse back into French hands, the forces that managed to leave the city before it was surrounded were reorganizing in Catalonia and building trenches to defend one of the roads towards the city of Barcelona. Napoleon was approaching to the area, and the battle would begin. One unit of French cavalry approached to the battlefield to see the Spanish position and then turn around. A few hours later, two regiments of French infantry attacked the Spanish infantry that maintains positions in the high zone of the hill. On the other hill appeared a regiment of cuirassiers who charged to the Spanish regiment. The regiment of Spanish light cavalry in the rearward went to save the infantry regiment, but then the French army appears fully in the battle and deploys a series of cannons never seen before. The first Spanish regiment is rich, producing 80 casualties and 190 wounded in the explosion of the projectile. The French artillery continued firing. All the Spanish regiment flee for the great blow to the morale and the shock of the explosions, losing the battle in less than 2 hours. The battle will continue in the city of Barcelona. The Spanish casualties are significant for the new type of French projectile that has destroyed all the infantry regiments. The Spaniards have suffered 4,700 casualties, 7,900 wounded, and 3,500 soldiers have been captured. The French, on the contrary, have suffered fewer casualties, with a total of 120 dead and wounded.
After the battle outside of Barcelona, the French forces finally reached the outskirts of the city. The citizens began to leave the city protected by the garrison of the fortress of Barcelona, a total of 3,000 soldiers. The French soldiers, on the other hand, have a total of 90,000 soldiers waiting on the outskirts. With the placement of the first cannons, the bombing of the fortress begins. Surprised, the Spanish soldiers decide to leave the fortress to cover the refugees who are still living in the city. The French infantry begins to occupy the streets of Barcelona, and the Spaniards mount barricades in different strong points of the city. The Catalan citizens who did not manage to leave the city are forced to return to their homes. After 2 hours of fighting on the streets of the city holding back the French, Catalonian refugees managed to flee the city, but the French surrounded the Spanish garrison and they started a last stand that lasted 2 more days. Finally, the Spanish forces surrendered and 500 soldiers are taken prisoner. Casualties are heavy on the Spanish side, not only by the garrison but also by civilians. In total, 2,100 dead and 400 injured, in addition to 340 civilians killed and another 980 injured. The French only suffered losses during the assault on the city, a total of 400 dead and 320 injured. Barcelona has fallen into French hands, and with it, the province of Catalonia.